Welcome back to Timberborn and our experimental one playthrough, if you like. Obviously, I did a bit of boom last time. I forgot to enable the water again. It doesn't happen very often, but occasionally happens. I got rid of all, but I'm not like desperate for food, as we can see. So it's like it's not the worst in the world. I've got everything full, so they'll redo this again. I just have to get obviously the water back running again. So I was a bit miffed with myself, but let's get the water back running and try and not do this again. It's the only thing that's going to go anyway. It's not, you know, but it is what it is. Now let's see how we're doing down here, seeing as oh, we're not doing too bad. We're getting there, let's say. As soon as I'm here, I might as well delete that. We've only got another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, about 13 to go. The only trouble is obviously with that being low, it will take a little while for me to get the things back up and running again. But I've got 3,000 in water, so I'm not too much worried. I'm just annoyed that I lost all that. Right, enable that. We are getting there though. But anyway, right. So we were in the last one and was concentrating on potentially. Actually, how much? Thinking about it, how much? So I've got a lot of metal blocks, but I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any this left anymore. So we'll get them to get that. Just do that as and when. I know we've got all this here, and I enabled it to be all done here, which is actually for that, but we might move it, like I said. I know I've done all this, and this I may cancel all this yet. I haven't decided yet. It's a bit up in the air, as usual with me. I think that's not being enabled. That's why it's not making that one. So I'll do that. Are we not making it? Well, I can get rid of this. I should now be able to get rid of this one, and well, in fact, I'll be able to get rid of all of it actually, because then it's just this. That will obviously allow me to at least get the other 2 in there when that comes into use. So we've got mostly everything up here. Obviously, I've not re-enabled any of the food yet. Right, how are we doing with water now? We can now, yes, re-enable that again. Has this been... This has been dry. So I can get rid of that. It won't take us long to get this all back running again. And the bad water is going to come through as well. Because I didn't have any bad water, because I although I've got, yeah, and I see scrap metal is now returning. Although I've got quite a bit of metal there. I've got to get a couple of hundred on here. Anyway, right. Let's concentrate on... Well, we have to concentrate on this and get all this back running again in this episode. I need this now enabled as well, which will allow that to work. And like I said, I've got to get this up and running. The problem here is that I can't get in there because of all this, although, well, that's not technically true. I have a pathing system here that I can actually use, so why not use it? As long as I do it this way. That will then allow me to fill some of this out. If I'm going to this and saying this is the line, and this is the front. Which I can't reach that one. But actually with a step, I can. Right, enable that one. It's such a... I mean, obviously it's easy. It would have been easy to do the thing, and it probably would have been done by now. Not the first time I've done that way around. One bit of last. I'll actually go up here as well, because I think a lot of this can be built. With the steps. Right then, how are we doing plot? I think that might actually be empty now. Yes, it is, because I've enabled the other one. So there we go, that's all done. I've got 1,300 in grow potatoes, so I'm not doing too bad there. I think we'll enable these, but we're not gonna obviously select them yet. I'm gonna say that's the grilled potatoes. Well, we've got the spaddock behind. I might do that set of with the grilled potatoes and this set here for but I don't I'm gonna pause that. Pause that. I want that as a duplicate here and here, and then pause that and that. Then I want the duplicate of that and that, and pause that and that. So that I'm going to relatively use all of them. Like I said, I've enabled this, and then we'll start to fiddle with whatever. I know why I've got it to here. Because of this route here, obviously sends all that around. I'm going to go back down here and actually, it's not at number 1, is it? It's actually, well, that is at 0. But I think there's actually another one to that. Well, no, there's not another one actually. I do that, but I'll have to. I think I'll have to extend this and get rid of this, and I think that's the only extension I have to make. Right, that's fine. Go back over here and enable this one. And put that one, I think, and then we'll be finished. We'll be almost finished. Once I've done this, then I can re-enable all these again. This needs to be full. 134. I'm at 32. I don't know what I get for 32 injuries. As usual. Fountain of No Joy. I can do the Fountain of No Joy, but that has to be at the floor. In fact, the Fountain of No Joy could actually be in this section, I think, because it's water. It would automatically do it, I think. I may be wrong. Won't be the first time. Yeah, probably going from down here would have been a bit of a better way. But the trouble now, I see the problem being is that would have taken all the water, and this would have been run out. So maybe it wouldn't have been a good idea. I'm waiting for them to get back up again. Come on, Beeves. Obviously, that has to go out, and this will have to be filled in here. I'll probably just fill it into this section here first. Obviously, I have no idea what I want to blast out, so some of that might even be blasted out. I don't know. I'm sort of taking it saying here, and then I'm going to go another 2. But obviously, that's a lot bit longer than that, but it doesn't matter. This only has 1 left, and this only has 1 left before it's coming out anyway. And then we're on this section here, which I think what I'll do is seize. Oh, that's a pain. In fact, no, that's not a pain because that's the 2 ends here. If I do this and I do this, that should be technically fine. The power is coming from here, but once I get rid of the power, then I'll have to work out another bit of power. But I'm not too miffed. Like I said, I'm just trying my best to fill this in here. The problem being with this is it's not going to get into there. So what I'll have to do, I can fill this, I can get in there, I can do that. Once I get to the outside, it's not going to be a problem. But it's probably best to do that, and then I can actually I'll wait, I'll do that one first. Anyway, yeah, once that's done, I don't need this ladder anymore. Don't need this anymore because they can get that from up there. That is good. We like that. And then I think it's just from here. So that is in line with that. That looks relatively okay. I think that's more of a thing in line, but it didn't really matter. So, oh, here we go. Right, you're going to be enabled soon. And then I can get you in, and then we're back running again. It's taken a long time to get that running. Right, let's get the grilled potato copied out. Copy. Grill. That's done. They're not working anymore, so it doesn't matter. That's now going to go. That's obviously the grilled chestnut. I think I'll do this for the grilled chestnut. I can fiddle with them anyway. The only annoyance is this one. But as we know, now I'll enable these. I obviously forgot to enable these, and this gives me more power again. Well, it will when I put them on. That's now working. Let's now get this working. The only problem is obviously I can't get to that down here now while this is running. It won't be for long. They are just waiting for the power to be put in, and then we'll Zeus that in. Actually, I think that one's one less, actually, but it doesn't matter. I need it out to this front here. I also need this. The slight issue is, I tell you what's going to be better with this is blowing this top off and then doing it than trying to mess about. Trying to, is that a 3 or is it a 2? No, it's only a 2. It's just easy to do that than trying to get the ladders up there to actually be able to get that to sort itself out. Like I said, I've got so much. Oh, and obviously we're going to go to this height. So I'll do that now by putting that back in. This height needs to be the same as this height. Right, yeah, you go, see. Now well, I won't do that one because they can't reach, get it that way around, but we can do this, and then we can do this. So I'm getting closer to the front wall that I want. And like I said, I've got so much dirt, I might as well like do whatever I need to do. I am considering building another one of these. It might be quite cool. Because it'll be here somewhere. Another one of them. And obviously, like I said, I can... The only thing is... No, I think I'll be fine, actually. Because if this goes down here, remember that I need to go down one because I haven't got... Well, I suppose I have got a spiral, but I still have no idea how to use these spiral staircases. Does that mean I have to... I still don't get it. Don't get how it's going to go up. But we'll sort one out eventually. So this is going to go up here, and this is going to go round. It's alright. I'll just bash them anyway, shall I? Now, obviously, I'm going to go down there once I get rid of this and this. This grilled chestnut needs to come out somewhere. That one is the raw material. Good. more storage. Let's just pause that, duplicate that, put that up there. That is awesome. And then we'll just do that. We only need it to that. And that now is a fully fledged top. That is not a fully fledged top until I put this in. Because it won't work unless I put this in. Right. That is spondooly. Now, I know this bread, obviously, if I'm going to do something with this over here, will change. So we've got the chestnuts on an open fire. We've got these four going now. They'll only do so much because I've got 4,000 room for that. I've got far too much food, but food is good. Grilled chestnuts. Copy. The spaddock is for the back. So that's now enabled. Wood's a bit low though. I'm going to have to be very careful of that. I'm going to assume, rightly or wrongly, that underneath is finished up to the point that I can do it now. Yes. As long as I don't go through here, I'm fine. Because that's got planks anyway, so it's a bad time. A bad tide approaching, so I'll have to... we are still not down fully yet. How much? I've got 300. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do this one. So I'm just going to build them. Because I've got 600 in gears, I've got 300 in treated planks, and I've got enough metal, so I might as well just do them. Now we're doing this new one. That's good. In fact, while we try and... Oops, wrong one. While we try and work this one out, I won't do... I know why I won't do that. It's because there's this which I don't need anymore. Let's get rid of that. I know it's on a high. For some reason I was doing something, obviously, and made it higher. Whoops, daisy. I'll pause these two. This is going to be interesting because I can't get that to that. Not like that anyway. So I'm going to have to put something back. Oops. That would be extended to there. That's going to be extended to there. I'll do that. Just trying to work out this. Obviously, I've got to get this down one. I know I've got to get it down two, haven't I? That's got no power to it. The slight annoyance is I've got this one. Let's do that. then do that. In fact, I don't. Well, we will need it because I've got a whole dealyzer. But I'm just going to get rid of them and let that. I think they can reach it. Yes, they can reach the lot of them. And get this down. Because that's then going to be connected into there, it means I can just run power from maybe one of these to it. As I'm obviously getting this running, these will start running in no time at all. Unfortunately, I'm running out of dirt that I'm using. Right, so that's the edge of my wall. We should be able to, in this, once this is done, well, before this is done. Right. I'm going to need to blast down here somewhere. I don't know fully how I'm going to do this yet. How high is this ledge? It's 6. That's too high, I think. The reason why I'm saying that's too high is this thing, not this thing, that thing, that thing. Yeah, you just do it, you stupid thing. Get in there. Yeah? Oh, you can't do it, can you? Why can't you do it? Oh, I know why you can't do it, because you haven't got a... There's no hole. There's no hole. The hole is not going to be there. I think... Ay. I'm just going to do a 3x3 block. No, I can't do a 3x3 block. Not like that, I can't. Because I need to get it down to the bottom somewhere. It basically, I'm gonna do 2 trays. You'll see what I mean. Hopefully, when everything gets built. I've got to get power to it somehow. Well, I've got power here, obviously, so that's not actually too much of a problem. I think I can send the power through. Now we know that that's gonna be a huge amount of. There we go. Right, we've got rid of that. Now let's put this back again. I've got 140. It's building this. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to build that one as well. The reason why is because these are going to be running sooner. Well, now that's running. Now this is going to be running. I would be running, but it's not running. Why is it not running then? I think it's not running because there's not enough. There's not enough incapacitated. Oh, I need to. That's annoying. Well, let's. get one there. We'll have one set there, I should say. Can we get them? Did we put them here? No, we didn't put them here. So we put them there and there and there and there. That's a few more. The trouble is, because I've got so many incapacitated, I've got vacancies, but I've got absolutely none of them that I can actually. Well, that's not true because I think I've got these. But the trouble is let's get these running then. And that's going to give me a boost that eventually, it's not going to give me it straight away, but it will do when they grow up. Get me this going, beeps. And get me all this running. I think that's enough. Right. We're back. We've got to be careful because we've got bad tide approaching. I'm going to put this up. I'm going to turn this off. And hopefully that will not get any sort of bad water in. Got a day. I've got enough to do it. Right. Oh, it is running now. That's 4 running. That's 5 running. Jeez. How much power? 1600. I've got supply inside. I'm okay. I could even get the 5th one running if I could work out how to get this from here. In fact, I can actually do it. What I do is I run this to here, get this built, and I can just do a line through there. In theoretical terms, all of this can go, but I can't do it. Well, I can do it. It's a bit of a gnarly thing, but I might as well do it and get it started than just and then they can, well, they'll eventually do that one. And then we'll get that built when they can do that. There we go. And we'll just send that into there, and they'll get it built when they can. Right, here we go. This isn't where it's going to be, but I haven't decided where it's going to be yet. So I need to do that. Obviously, I can't find a thing so far, so I'll do that. Like I say, it's going to be like a tray to one tray, to then that'll stuck up that tray to I'll tell you what I am going to do. This is a bit weird, but I'm just going to do this. The reason why is because I cannot again, I'm not worried. I've got 6,000 in dirt. It's not the problem with the dirt, so I don't need to worry. It's not what I wanted. You see, I can't. Whoops. There. I can't do it because I can't put the well, I can image it. It's there. So I probably don't need that now. I am alright. We got 5 days. It's only a 5 day. Remind myself to actually put the wheat back on because it's almost done again. Even though really it's just not, doesn't really matter. Oh, here we go. So we can have a couple of options. Well-being. A roof terrace. I'll give the roof terrace there. Obviously I can't put the roof terrace from there. But I can now do the walkway that goes all the way around. And this will have the roof terrace. So this will increase our doofus there. That works quite well. Grilled chestnuts. Beavers made for us. Plant 5,000 trees during a single clip. I've done that, haven't I? Okay. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to go do. And I'm going to enable them. Once these have been enabled with a spad up, I'm going to... I got 400 in... Have I bet I did, you know. How much pine I've got? I'm okay. I bet I've cut this, yes. I thought I must have done. I'll uncut them again, and I'll probably enable to get the pine. Right, so this is now done. How is that going right? I want it to go right the way down to the bottom. No, it's not going right down to the bottom, but we'll force it to go again right down to the bottom. Right, so I just want to make save this one, but I've got to pause it. I don't think it's there. This here, as we can see, I can go down a bit further. I can go down actually to the bottom there. So this delete that. Yeah, I think that's right. This one here needs to make sure it hits the bottom. Or otherwise I'll have to do a 3 tray and not a 2 tray. Hence the reason why I've done a large. Because this now, see, this is at that bottom. That's the bottom. That's the bottom of the where the water would go up. In other words, that that needs... Oh no, that's probably again too high. I think that's too high. I don't think it's going to do it. Because if we take... That needs to be... Here's the problem, is this... The end of that needs to be on right in there, and I don't think it's going to do it. That now, I don't know how high that is. That's 6. 4 high. I think I'm going to have to blast these two. I'm going to have to blast this off. To drop it to 2, because that down is at the bottom. It needs to be shorter than the 6. So let's just blast on that. It won't do it because it's got that there. Right, now do that. It's too high, is this? This is too high. I mean, that might even be, that even might not even work. Because this here might be far too high. But we'll see. Might take that level off. In fact, take completely that level off and that one. I might need to drop it to this level to be able to do it. Right, that now can go. That now can go. Yeah, I know why they're not going up there, because I haven't connected the path, have I? Well, that's fine. So now we've got all this running. Well, most of it running. Well, in fact, actually, I've got to take care of this. Maple, which would need the grilled chestnuts. Which have I got the grilled chestnuts on? Dead sure I should have the grilled chestnuts in these somewhere. Grilled potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. Chestnut, chestnut. Potato, potato. Chestnut, chestnut. And nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful because I'm gonna be running out of. I'm gonna be running out of logs here. I am going to get rid of that because that's no use, and that'll give me some more. Ah, see, it has turned to bad water. Oh, well, never mind. Doesn't matter. But once we suck it out and suck it out dry, it'll be fine. Right. Do is this, my friends. How much explosive have I got? Oh, I've got 100 and something explosives. I've got no treated planks, no nothing. Everything is gone into here. Oh, that's a bit of a switch because I can't get right. Well done, P. Well done. I just realised I can't actually get around, can I? Because I've pushed... I should have done this before that. Bummer. Okay, well... I don't particularly want to build... can I get that in there? No, I can't get that in there. But I can't... No, I can't get that in there because I can't get one in there. I can't get it in there. No, that's not good. So back to the drawing board of the drawings. We'll come up here. Go back to that. It doesn't really matter. There. 2. And then 1. Ah, yep. Idiot. You need a 3 before you can do that. Okay. 3, 2, and then 1. Right, then we straight up there. Into there. Oh no. Yeah, what they're going to do, climb up the ladder. Hold on. Right, there we go. And then obviously I'll have to build this again. How did they get that done then? Oh yeah, I know how to do it. Should you get over the hill? If I don't do this one by one, by the time I blast that line off, I'll never get down again, you see, that's why I'm not doing it. Now I can do this one. Because obviously I can walk on this. That's fine. That'd be fine, that'd be. Right, let's get rid of that. Right, let's get down. Then let's do that again. And I think that'll be low enough at this edge. Because I'll say this is the water. No, I'll say this is the top edge. That'll be the better way of doing it. Because that way... I need a... Yeah, because that thing... This... protrudes out too far. Oh, it goes 5, not 4. Oh, that might be okay then. As long as I put this as the top. As the top. I still need to build the bottom. I'll tell you what I am going to do then, if that's the case. I'm going to go and take this out. And then that'll go to there. I'm not going to be able to get down there once I've done it, but it doesn't matter. Can they get that? Yes, they can. In fact, actually, they can get it because they can get it on this edge. Right, that one's built. That one's not built. Most of this is actually built up. Right, get on with that. Thank you very much, Lee. We've got 400 in that. We've got 3 in that. We've got that in that. I'm getting some steel back. Scrap metal. I couldn't think what it was called then. Oh yes, I can have it in depth. I forgot about that, can I? Because these are actually doing it themselves. So that's good. We haven't got long left in this video. So again, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get what I wanted finished in this, but I think in the next one we might be able to. Yeah, I've got 82. I know I'm taking this down, but I'm going to have to take it down. I know it's going to look completely weird. But you see, what will happen is, because we're almost... If I don't do it now, I'll completely forget. While this is getting built, if we take this down. So, as we're coming down here, we've got this... We've got our... Oops, down one... Is it... Where's it going? No, it's a one higher, isn't it? It's actually one higher, so actually I might be okay, even though I've done it to the bottom. I've done it to the bottom just in case I want to blast out or something or whatever. As you can see here, this is the line. I can actually go a bit further, actually. In fact, I'm going to do that while I'm talking about... So I'll take it to there. Almost to here. I'm going to have to put the line back in here. And then we'll just get that focused as when it's ready. Yeah, so this is the bottom. So this will send the water right the way through here. And I need to make what I'm calling a pan. So I'm going to build it here. So basically it's a... Imagine this here, this level here is the bottom of the pan. This is what the water will go in. And then we build this, something like that. So that holds the water, as that's going to fill up. Probably have to do it too, actually. Say something like... Oh, hell's fire. Else, get rid of that. Yeah. Like a 2 height. Let's go back again. Like a 2 height. So it'll be like that. And then this thing will sit on top of it. Fill up that. Then we'll have another one that comes out of there. Then takes that water up to another level. It's the only... There's no way in Timberborn to do that any other way, I don't think. I've not thought of one, but that doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't exist. But you'll get the idea once I get my head around what the hell I'm trying to do. But I know now that this is the center, so I might put it on the front here. But I've got to get power to it. That's the other snag. Although I could... I can't do that either. Something about wasteland. Whoa. Now I do not want... this now needs to be filled up to the other side. So even this out. This now needs to... Get pumping, boys. Get pumping. Come on, get pumping it. Oh, I'm going to pause these as well because obviously I don't want to pump anymore. I want to pump from here. There we go. So they're going to pump all of this out. And once they've pumped it out, then I can enable the water again. Right, how are we doing? We are almost there. It's saying it's too far. let's just, is that now? That's fine. So it doesn't have to hit 0, it can hit 1. That's just an advantage, but it was supposed to be, my idea was it was going to be hitting 0. So this isn't 0, this is actually 1. Which actually would work out quite well, actually, but I'd have to blast the trench out again, which, you know, I can do. And then get all that back again. Go Beaver, go Beaver. Right, let's do this. We've got a few minutes left of our video, and then we'll yeah, we won't have that much more to take out. And we've only got this little bit here, and then that's done. I'm probably full of... Yep, I'm definitely full. Yep, I'm definitely full. That means it won't take any more out. Let's solve that problem. Duplicate. I'm going to pause this, and this, but I'm going to build these two. Right, I think, no, we're not ready. We're almost ready. See if we can get this down for this episode. Yeah, so everything is starting to come... Yeah, you see, so I've got one of these. I just need to get rid of the grilled chestnuts and the maple syrup. See the grilled? Should have been in here somewhere. Did that for the bread. This is raw materials. This is... how much more can I get? I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll get rid of this, get rid of this. Say grilled... Right, grilled chestnut. Grilled chestnut. Enable that, enable that. And then I'll empty that. Right, that's done. How much more? It is a pain, but it does work. It'll suck out as much of the bad water in there that it needs to, and then I can even it out. Right then, have we built it? Have we got it? We have. So I said this was the bottom. Because that's the complete bottom, even though it doesn't really matter because I'm not. So I'm doing a rectangle. I don't know if I want it. Probably. I don't want it too shallow, like not long enough, but I want it long enough because I don't know how many I'm going to actually have to do. How's that? That's the center of there. So let's blast that one down. Because what you've got to imagine is this has got to sit on this has got to sit on here. Let me turn this around this way and fill up that. Now I've got that done. Tell you something, that's not too. That's exactly right. Look where that is, and look where that is. So that'll come out there. Awesome. That actually might be slightly too. No, I don't know. We're watching. Oh, it wants one more, I think, when it gets blasted out. Right. The last part of this episode, let's just get this quickly sorted. Come down here. Go build that. Obviously, it looks really weird that this is here, but, you know, don't worry about that. I might blast that out. I might even be able to go one higher. In other words, that means I'll get a lot more water in, but I won't know until, because I've got that extra height that I can do. But we'll obviously have to pick this up in the next video. But anyway, I hope you enjoy that. Everything is starting to take shape, but and then we'll obviously, because I want to build this, because otherwise if I don't build this, it's going to take a while to build. I just want it ready when I open up the, all the reservoir, which has taken a hell of a lot of time. Anyway, we will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.